Hello, my name is Marshall. We are here today at Velocity Bowling Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is hot, but we still have work to do. We're working on our spare game today, and the name of the game is Make a Spare, Shoot at a Full Rack. Here we go. Welcome, welcome. So we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. The name of the game is Make a Spare, get to shoot at the cheetah. So the first thing we have to do is get our spare ball out, and we have to make a spare. So right now, the 7-10 is set up. We already knocked down the 10. So let's try to knock down the 7, and we will go from there. And to my knowledge, I'm pretty positive we're just going to be using the plastic. Unless we run into some issues, I might use the desert tank as the spare ball. Haven't warmed up yet, so go easy on me. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll check them out periodically. But we are going to rule of the day: shoot a spare, shoot at a cheetah. So here we go. Woo! Soar. Did I get it? 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Let's clap it up. We're going to clap up spares today. All right, so we made a spare. That means we get to head over to the left lane and shoot at a cheetah. So here we go. Left lane, to my knowledge, has not been bowled on. I'm going to use the purple hammer today. All right, we're going to line up right on top of the 5 board. Let's see if we can land left of 10. That's the goal. All right, that's a great start. So 1 shot, that looked pretty good. We have a 10 pin now to pick up, so I guess we're just going to shoot at the 10 pin. There. Let's see if I can get a little bit more zoomed in too. There you go. All right, so here's the first test of the day. That pesky 10 pin. I was watching another YouTuber live, and there was a lot of spares that were being missed, and this is from a high level league, so it reminded me that spares are something you can always fall back to if your game is out of whack. But if your game, you don't really haven't developed your spare game, let's say, you're going to be heavily reliant on needing to strike. So today is day 1 of me working that out of my system. And let's see here. I don't want to get too far left on the sport. Let's try 30. I'm going to line up right on top of 30. I'm going to roll it forward. Right, good first start. 2 for 2 on the spares, and this is something that I have to reinforce into my brain, that sometimes you can get so caught up in that first shot you forget to think about how important the second shot is. So we're going to highly emphasize today just making spares. Every time I make a spare, I'm going to be overly cheering, overly clapping myself up, because I want to reinforce that into my brain that just because you didn't hit your first shot, maybe you throw a flush shot and you leave a wrap 10 or whatever the case may be, you still got some work to do. And I think a part of that work is mental work. Knowing that, all right, I've done the work, I trust what I'm trying to do. So, I put in the work so I can trust what I'm trying to do. We're gonna just repeat what we just did over there. Go for the 10 pin. Nice little forward roll. Right, 3 for 3. Already I can tell that my focus is more locked in than it was yesterday. Yesterday, I just had the mindset of I must strike, even though I was attacking a pattern that, for a lot of bowlers that haven't bowled in a while, or maybe they haven't bowled the sport in a while, Cheetah Pattern is not necessarily something easy. So for me, this is a reminder day of how important spares are, how important it is to slow down, and how important it is just to make good shots versus overly just shoot. So the first shot over here hit the pocket last time, so we're going to just line up in the exact same spot, standing right over the 5 board, and I'm trying to land my foot just left of the 10 board. Here we go. All right, 2 good shots. I'm using a lot of forward roll right now with that purple hammer. I know that it is going to hook on the back end, so I don't have to get around it too much on this fresh. I really just want the pocket in front of me, and I just want to make good, consistent shots. So we are off to a good start. We're going to go back to the right lane, see if we can knock down that 7 pin. Right now we got a clean game going as far as just on both sides. So we want to keep as many clean streaks going as we can. Stay in the moment, stay present. Every shot is a big shot, but that doesn't mean you have to overthink it. It just means you have to be present and execute the shot. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, almost slipped, and that's okay. Things happen. Let's see if we can just repeat that without slipping. Right. So we're right back at it, and that's the beauty of what we're doing today. Clearly, I just did something wrong. So until I fix it, or until I do something right, I'm gonna stay right here. So instead of lining up on 5, we're just going to move to 6, give myself a little bit more room. All right, so we found an issue. It's that pesky 7 pin. For a lot of people, it can be the 10 pin, but for me, I'm over rotating right now. I can feel it as soon as I let it go. It might be a fit issue, but I did something consistently wrong twice. So until we iron that out, there's really no need to go back to the Cheetah side. There's really no need to go back to the oil if your corner pins are not something that is to be bragged about. Right now, it is not. That's better. Now, that's why we're here today. It's because 3 shots in a row to fix that issue. I was forcing the angle instead of giving myself the optimal room. So I moved 2 boards left. I feel like that made the difference. We'll find out when we come back over here. But for now, let's get back over to our Cheetah game. Let's keep shooting. So far on the left lane, we have a 9 spare and a strike. So no need to change anything that we're doing right now. Let's just keep it going. Making sure I wipe off the oil on my ball. I want to keep that nice, good reaction. The current grit of this purple hammer is 1500. I dropped it down a bit from 500 to 1500 just because unless your ball speed is just at a maximum, I feel like 500 reads a little too early. So this is giving me a little bit more time for the ball to carry before it hooks. We are just going to keep going with what we did before. Line it up right in front of 5. And we're just going to try to get left of the 10 board and land right there. Forward roll. So forward roll. Okay, I don't mind that shot. I did a little too much forward roll, but that's okay. We can work with that. Better than overhooking, in my opinion. We're going to try to pick this up. And let's see. Let's just see if we can go Brooklyn. We've already got a good look of what's going on. Let's see if we could try to make a Brooklyn move with the same ball and see what that looks like. So I'm going to line up, set up directly on 5, a little left of 5, and I'm going to try to do the exact same thing and see if we can just hit that head pin to the left of the head pin. Might be good. We're really focusing today. I'm focusing on every little minute detail, and I think that's ultimately what bowling comes down to, is not rushing yourself, not getting too overly hyped, and just taking every shot for what it is. So that was a great pickup. All right, so we are back. Had to delete some storage on my other phone. We're back though. We're in the 4th frame. We're doing a good job of making adjustment and making nice, easy, calm shots. Again, bowling is none of those pins are moving out there. And that was something that I was just talking about with a friend of mine. I played college baseball, and any level of baseball, that ball is always moving, and you're always trying to figure out what the pitcher's going to throw. But this pitcher is telling you what's coming. It's 10 pins that aren't moving, and the only difference is the oil. So once you understand that this game is all about the oil and your positioning, your ball speed, etc., things like that, it gets a lot easier. So for me, we're just trying to make nice, clean, repetitive shots. That last shot we needed to go Brooklyn with to pick up the spare, we moved inside to the 5 board. So we're going to move back to our initial starting point, and we're just going to keep making good shots. All right, so we're going to go straddle the 5 board. Open up the hips a little. All right, so that's twice now it's rolled out on us, and we have a couple of options to make. I'm using urethane. It shouldn't be rolling out this early on me. I can turn my wrist a little bit, get a little bit more axis rotation on it. But right now, it's just overly rolling forward, so I think I can do a little adjustment with my wrist. Keep in mind I've thrown 4 shots, so I don't know if that's how fast the carry down actually will happen, but we're gonna have to adjust to it regardless. So this one here, instead of going Brooklyn, well, and Brooklyn wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, we just want to hit this flush. So this is a great opportunity to make the adjustment on what we're seeing out there with all that carry down. Let's try to go Brooklyn and keep the ball speed up. I think that would be the safest thing to do here. And the benefit would be if we throw it too hard, it should still hit the pocket. So we're gonna move on, instead of straddling 5, we'll move on the inside of 5 a bit. So I think I tilted the wrist a little bit, got the ball speed up, and that both was a good adjustment. So we're just going to keep rolling with that. Back to the spare side, we haven't shot a 10 in a little while. So what we're going to do is we're going to refresh our brain, refresh our mechanics, refresh our mind to just locking in that 10 pin. We've done it now twice. This is our friend. We're going to straddle the 30. We're going to forward roll it right to the pin. All right. So our balance was wobbling as we were walking up. Here, I'll talk to the camera. Our balance was wobbling as I was walking up. I was walking up like this. The ball was wobbling. That weight, the ball's not stable. Shift your whole body. So if you're stabilizing through your shot without having my thumb in there, it can be a little challenging, but you can always put your left hand on there if that helps. I'm going to try to do that again. Okay, this is why spares are important, because right now it does not feel great coming off the hand. I feel like I don't have it fully in the hand. I might have to get a fit check on it. My fingers aren't fully in that spare ball, so I feel like I'm just kind of flopping it. I might shoot some two-handed spares in a sec, but for now we're going to try to figure it out. Let's get our fingers in there. Good. Stay balanced. Balance, balance, balance is the name of the game today. So we picked that one up. Gonna head back over to our clean game on the left side. Anyone who's been watching, have any questions? We're bowling on a cheetah pattern on the left side and the 7-10 split on the right. The rules of the game are you cannot go to the left side until you pick up a spare. All right, so back to it. We made an adjustment where we moved to the right as this ball is rolling out on us now. So we're going to try to see if we can tighten up that angle. Right next to the 5 board, that tilt. Brooklyn, let's take it. Okay. Left us with 1. That was Brooklyn off the hand. Off the hand, I was lucky to even get 5. So the fact that it got 9, again, play the mental game with yourself. Like, that should have given me 5, but instead I'm left with just hitting the head bit. You know, it could have been a lot worse. So if all I have to do is repeat the initial setup shot, then that's something I should take often. So we're going to try to keep that close to the 5 board. Make sure we walk left. Don't be afraid to walk left. Okay, we got away with it. It's okay. It's over with. Let's move on. So we're seeing a lot of over-under over there. It's rolling out if we move left, and it is zipping left if we move too far right. So keep that in mind. But we still got a clean game going. That's the name of today. Even when things aren't pretty, let's still set ourselves up for a successful second shot. Better, yeah. See, I saw that off the hand and through. I think sometimes that's where we get confused, is our eyesight. Our eyesight's looking so far down lane at that 10 pin that amongst our walk, we're not seeing the same thing we initially saw. So that helped me right there. Thank you. So back to the cheetah pattern on the left side. We still got a clean game going. Let's see if we can get us another strike on the board and line that up. So far, we have decided that turning our wrist is going to be the best option for getting the ball down lane. We don't want to switch balls right away. We're still lining up.
So that's going to take us to the end of this video. If you want to see the full scores and watch the full game set, check us out on TikTok or YouTube Lives. We'll be doing this once a week. Make sure you follow us on Bowler's Grind. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. That definitely helps the channel, and I hope you have a great week.